Okay, guys, let's cover the 8 ways you can stay more motivated to grow your business, to reach your goals, to achieve more in life. Now, the reason why this is so important for me, guys, is there was a time within my life where I battled depression and I battled anxiety. So there's times where I've been highly motivated and really demotivated. For those who don't know, I also have bipolar too. So my moods really do go up and down. So obviously when I'm up, I'm really motivated. The big issues in my life are actually when I'm down. There's times in my life where I've been very demotivated, where I haven't left the bed for 5 and 6 days, where I've wanted to sell my businesses, all this kind of crazy stuff. And we're not going to cover that today, but that's very much well managed at the moment with good help from psychologists and doctors and things like that. But it's something that I've really struggled with and something that's very important to me. And so if you're struggling with motivation, there's a couple of things that work really well for me, and I hope that they really work well for you too. So firstly, when you're running a business and you're building a company, you've got to understand why you're doing it. Okay, so the reason why I'm a business owner, the reason why I've decided to be in control of my own destiny and what I earn every single week is because of my childhood. Okay, in my childhood, guys, my dad was an addict. My mum committed suicide. I moved around from house to house. I grew up in housing commission. All in all, guys, I had a really great childhood. I was very loved. I got to move with my grandparents and my amazing auntie Yvonne, but it was a very troubled childhood, right? There was a lot of pain. There was a lot of moving around. We weren't a wealthy family, anything like that. When I moved to Sydney and stuff like that, I was obviously very lucky and very privileged. But when I was like a young kid, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 9, it was very tough. So the reason why I grow my business, and you've got to connect to this, is so that my family have all the opportunities in the world that they wish. Now, I understand seeing my cousin build his amazing family, that every kid just want love and they want care and they want their parents to be around. Okay, so for me to own my own business, it means I can choose to start work when I want to start work. I can finish work when I want. I can go on holidays when I want. I can pick up my kids from school. I can take them to footy, and that's my freedom vehicle. So that's why I'm doing it. I don't even have kids yet, but literally why I'm making this video, so that one day when I do have kids, I can be the best fucking dad ever. And we can go to these European holidays. Me and Brendan and Sky, we can have a month off every January and take our families away. So that's my really deep why of why I actually run a business. Now, my vehicle is to help fitness business owners generate more leads and close more sales. But that is my why. That's why I wake up every single day, to grow my business, to control my earnings, and to deal with all the bullshit that we have to deal with when running a business. Now, the next one I actually got from Grant Cardone. He actually has this really good book, guys, called 100 Ways to Stay Motivated. Really recommend listening to it. I've got it on Audible. If I'm ever not feeling motivated, I just kind of chuck it on the way to the gym. Okay, but just simply writing your goals down every single day. Write down the goals that you want to achieve over the next 3, 5, and 10 years. And it doesn't really matter. You can write the craziest stuff down ever. At the moment, I'm really focused on an earnings goal that I want, also a body composition goal. I've got my family goals and also a little bit of travel stuff. But I use this in my high performance habits journal. So you'll see this little journal that I've got here from Brendan Bouchard. You'll be able to pick that up from Amazon. And I just write it in the middle of the page, what my kind of goals are. And that really kind of fires me up. Now, as you guys know, I'm not super obsessed with really long morning routines. I think they're actually the worst thing ever. So when I write my goals and I do my journal, guys, it only takes 7-8 minutes as I'm kind of drinking my coffee or, having my EHP pre-workout. So those two things really work well. But now also on a business component, guys, because I had a couple of issues. It was about 12 months ago where I started to settle. So, my companies, they were kind of earning a really nice amount of money where I felt really safe, really secure. I'm very privileged at the moment. I don't worry about finances or anything like that. Super grateful for that. But I focus now on the vision of my company, and that's what really fucking fires me up. And we've been talking about the vision of the inner circle and where we're taking our company for the last 6 months. And my mentor, Charlie Bella, he said, as long as it really resonates with you and it wakes you up every morning and inspires you every morning, then that's what your vision and your mission is meant to do. So we set a vision or a mission statement, however you want to call it, of helping 10,000 people within our program. So, to mentor fitness business owners, to coach 1 million people per day collectively to reach their health and fitness goals. So I know when I wake up that I've got to get 10,000 members in my program, and all of them have to have 100 or more members. So I need to focus on having an amazing product that helps people scale above 100 members, 200, 300. And then also I need to focus on that long-term vision of our company. And that really, really helps me and really inspires me, because it's not something that I can just achieve tomorrow. It's something that I've got to focus on over the long term. And literally, guys, sometimes this vision like keeps me up at night. Like when I'm up at night, when I'm journaling, I'm like, how the hell am I going to do this? It's really, really scary, but it's also incredibly motivating for me, right? Because it just fires me up so much to figure out all these issues along the way. And then, guys, you've got to understand that when you run a business, when I first got into business at the gyms, it was just me and my business partner, and you kind of, do it for yourselves. You want to earn a certain amount of money, and that's cool. Within the inner circle, when I started, it was for, me and my wife and my family. But you've got to understand that when you build a company, there are so many people that rely on you. So right now, within our program, I've got, across all of our arms, we've got over 650 members who rely on me and Dan and Dylan and Brad every single day to turn up and be leaders. And I've got to understand that and the importance of that. For someone to invest any money, like I don't care if someone's investing $1 or $100 million, for someone to invest their money within you as a business is the ultimate fucking trust, right? And you can't take that lightly. You cannot take that lightly, how important that is. So you've got like your stakeholders, or you've got your members, right? And you've really got to turn up for them, and you've got to understand the amount of trust and power they have given you to change their life. But then there's also your staff, guys. We've got staff domestically, we've got staff internationally that really, really rely on our company to continue to grow, to continue to provide an income for them, to continue to provide safety for their family, right? And to continue to provide them a platform where they can grow into the person that they want to be, where they get challenged, they get taught new things, and they just get to be a happy person at work. And that is so powerful for me, because there's been times in my life, guys, where I've hated my job even when I owned a business, right? And there's been times that I absolutely love it. And these stakeholders, right, who are in your business, who are believing in you, and you might have joint venture partners and things like that, is sometimes you've got to think about them to be really, really motivated, right? And not think about yourself, which sometimes when I get demotivated, it's because I'm always thinking about me. And whenever I spread that love out to the world, to other people, to my staff, to my members, to other people in the industry, right, I always get really motivated by giving. Okay. And it's just one of the little hacks that I have. Now, also, I love podcasts and like little YouTube videos and things like that. So, quite often when I'm doing my high performance habits journal, if I feel like I need to, I'll listen to some like David Goggins, Andy Frisella, Grant Cardone motivation, Kobe Bryant motivation, and things like that. Really, really inspires me. I really love those guys. I have like a little network of people within, some of my like people that I work with and some friends I've met up over the years that we just text each other little motivation stuff. Like I message my cousin, Chris Morrison, a fair bit, Jack Smith, like those kind of fellas. And we just share around little piece of motivation between, 60 seconds and, all the way up to like 10, 15 minutes, which, really, really helps, because Brian Tracy has a really great quote in one of his books called saying that motivation's like showering, you need to do it daily. So that's where these things, you'll see a lot of them, I do them daily. And I'm not about, if I don't write my goals today, I'm not going to have a perfect day. It's like, I just, stack them on where I do them really consistently. And I also have a list of these that I know of, like, hey, if I'm ever feeling demotivated, back in January when I was feeling demotivated, this is what I did and this is how I fixed it. And then the next one, I actually wasn't going to share this. I was at dinner last night with a really good friend named Chris Morrison. And we were kind of talking about creating a live video and then, writing content and blogs off the back of it. But I was like, I'm not sure if I should share this. And he goes, mate, maybe it'd be really, really powerful for you to share it. But I have a list called the Kill List. And I learned this off Kobe Bryant. So if you search Kobe Bryant Kill List, he'll talk about a list that he had when he was a kid, because people didn't believe in him. He wasn't a highly ranked player. So he created a list and just like took motherfuckers down off it. Now, I really resonated with that, guys, because I started from the bottom. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I've had so many fucking people who tell me I can't achieve anything, that I don't deserve this. You know, so many doubters, as I'm sure you guys have. So what I compiled over the years is a list of people who have doubted me, who have wronged me, who have caused me pain, who haven't believed in me. And I call it the kill list. And I really, really love this quote. It's from Andy Frisella and a guy named Mark Bell, which is, build the kind of life that said I told you so without having to say a fucking word. And there's people in your life who have doubted you. There's people in your life who have wronged you. There's people who are in life who have said, starting this business won't make any money. You're crazy. You should go do this. There's so many people. And when you get to connect with those, because, you know, whilst I don't hate any of these people, because of the work that I've done like within myself, is I'm refusing to ever forget people that doubt me, right? And I need to sometimes be reminded of that. You need to be reminded of the people who have doubted you. If you're motivated, that little bit of dark fucking energy where you're like, if you like, doubt me now, dude, doubt me now, right? And that really, really helps. So I have that list. I have it on my wall. I'm not going to show anyone. I don't like to show that publicly, but I'm able to review that every single day. And I learned that off Kobe Bryant. It really, really helps me. It's a little bit of the dark energy kind of side. But also as well, like, I don't believe you should have a list like the kill list, right, without having the opposites to it. Okay. So I also have a list of my achievements. So everything from like when I was born all the way up to today, I have a journal of all the cool stuff that I've achieved, because sometimes you have to wake up and remember how fucking great you are, right? When you're having a bad day, when you've had something kind of pop up, is you forget how wonderful you are. You forget how fucking powerful you are, guys. One of the things I do on that list, it's all the things like, you know, all the footy premierships I've run, all the cool stuff I've done in business, all the places I've traveled, all the amazing people that I've met, that I've got my amazing wife on there. And it's just a list for me to feel really, really special. And I don't read it like every single day, but I like to update it once every month, once every 6 weeks. And as like a kind of rough flow, I usually look over it once a week when I'm planning my week on a Sunday. And I'm not like meticulously reading everything. I just kind of read through a couple of pages, go, awesome, remember it, go, let's add another thing to this list. Let's add another thing to this achievements list this week. And that has also really, really helped me, because the kill list is cool. I really like it, but the achievements list I also really like. It's kind of like your yin and yang, right? They're two opposite things that work really well to get me motivated. And guys, the last one is who you spend your time with, right? You are who you're around. And I'll tell you a crazy story. So one of a couple of years ago, when I first got into Inner Circle, it was like it was in June, I think, of 1 year. And that December, it was the first month we collected $100,000 off the $50 program. I was really happy. And I was sitting on my couch. I was sitting on my cousin's couch in Narrabeen, and I go, mate, we just made $100,000. And he goes, oh, what profit? I go, no, mate, revenue. And he goes, oh yeah, no, really well done, really well done. And it was in that fucking moment that you realize he didn't do anything to discredit to me. He wasn't kind of negging me. He is just the type of person that is so used to earning $100,000 a month that he thought that that's the fucking norm for everyone else in the world. So when you hang around with fucking beasts, you become a beast, right? And that really opened up my mind, where from that point, I was like, who cares about $100,000 revenue? Like, people talk, I've got a 7-figure business, whatever. I'm like, the beasts have 7-figure profits, baby. And being around those people who are highly motivated, who are doing amazing things, inspires me. You know, having dinner with my mate, Chris Morrison, last night inspires me. He's crushing business right now. My cousin, Charlie Valla, Andrew Gosen, all these amazing people who are doing absolutely incredible things really open up your mind to what is possible in life. If you want to be a 7-figure earner, you need to hang around with other people making 7 figures. Right? The level of conversation they have are different. The level of thought processes they have are different, because being a 7-figure earner, you're just a different type of person at that stage. You're not like the norm. And I was kind of talking to Charlie a little bit about this last year. There was a time where I was like struggling with a bit of motivation. And as a caveat to this, guys, like, I really love group coaching programs. So I'm involved in 2 of them. but never neglect the power of having a one-on-one coach. So all the way through my life, guys, I had like a group coaching program, kind of like, the inner circle, or I'm in a couple of them now. But having that one-on-one coach where you meet weekly, where you can chat too deeply about these things is very, very powerful. But I was talking to Charlie about how I was demotivated, and he kind of summed it up. He just goes, go and hang out with people hanging triple the amount of money as you right now. He's like, what you're doing, you're staying in this network now, and you're the top of that network and it's comfortable. He's like, go hang out with these people, and you watch your motivation go up, because you won't settle for what you currently have, and you'll push up to their standards. And that really, really resonated with me. And it's so true. And we just get reminded again and again and again and again that we are who we are around. Whether some of the 5 people, I know it's true, you know it's true, but we kind of don't, it's not something that you think about every single day, but it is one of the ways to increase your motivation levels. So guys, I hope that really helped. I hope you got a little bit of value. I hope you're a little bit fired up. Just remember, off like this kind of thing, guys, is you only need 1 or 2 things from this list, and you need to do them consistently, and you can add to your armory of motivation over time. I hope that you're a highly motivated business owner. I know that you're not always going to be highly motivated. If you're anything like me, I know you're going to have times where you're down, where you're not like super pumped up to absolutely dominate. You're going to get kicked in the guts a couple of times, and you're going to fall down, and you're going to get back up and bloody rise like Tyson Fury, baby. But I hope that these little tips and tricks just help you, that at a time when you're not motivated, helps you reconnect to yourself, reconnect to your why, reconnect to your passions, and then continue to move forward and grow your business.